Okay, I've been waiting all day for a delivery so I could film this video. Welcome to another book haul because we always need more of those. So today we have some mix of mostly unboxed already books, so just everything I've bought since my last haul I posted, plus we have a few here to unbox. So we got a nice mix of both. Let's of course start with the unboxings because they are the most fun. This one here just arrived today and I am very excited about it. I got this one on Amazon and I very much enjoyed this book when I read it earlier this year, so to get a special edition of it made me very happy. It is Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. This is the German special edition. It is gorgeous. These are yet to be re-released over here, like now that they've been picked up by a trad publisher. I have pre-ordered like the new paperbacks of this series, but to see that I could get my hands on a special edition already made me very happy. Don't worry, these stickers do come off, but I really like the character design. Oh, it has a reverse dust jacket as well. You don't always see that. Reverse dust jacket. That one's beautiful too. It's very similar to the front, but just if you prefer to just have Tisana, not Tisana, and Max, that's a good option too. Gorgeous. Oh, and this doesn't have the synopsis on the rear like this one here does. And then the naked hardback. This is stunning. I love this. Spine, back. The front and rear end papers are the same. We have the snake and the butterfly, which is so symbolic for this story. If you know, you know. And it does also have a ribbon bookmark, which is always a nice touch. It's very light. It's beautiful. It's definitely going to go up with the rest of my Carissa Broadbent collection. If you haven't checked out the War of Lost Hearts trilogy yet, I highly recommend that you do. It was a fantastic fantasy read, and I think I liked it more than the Crowns of Nyaxia series, which is saying something because I really do love Crowns of Nyaxia. So I've reversed the dust jacket, and that's what that looks like. Love it. Oh my gosh, there's a rabbit outside my window. What the heck? There's a tiny little bunny. Oh my goodness. There are lots of bunnies in this area. I wasn't expecting to see one in my driveway like that though. Okay, so cute. Okay. Next up I have two more from Amazon. I know what both of these books are, but let's see which one comes out first. Another German special edition of a Carissa Broadbent book. What do you know? Six Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent. I loved this novella, and I have special editions for all her books bar this one. I think because it is a novella and it is so small, like it's a little bit more difficult to customize, but this is beautiful. It doesn't really have a reverse dust jacket, but it is this beautiful rose gold on the inside, which I think is nice. And I do just love this dust jacket in general. It is a little bit, has a little bit more design on it than the standard copy of, oh gosh, why is it all the way back there? You know what, I'm not showing you. That's too difficult to get out. And then here we have the naked hardback. Definitely very on theme with the book as well. If you know, you know. That's the edges. Very pretty. I'm glad I managed to get this. Again, it also does have a ribbon bookmark, which is nice. Oh, end papers. I didn't show you the end papers. This has this quote from the book on it. Unfortunately, they won't match in height to the rest of my collection, just because the rest of my collection are royal size hardbacks and the Germans are, I believe they're Demi or B formats. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to hold a bunch of books up to compare off the top of my head. Like, I know a royal when I see it, but I think those are Demis. Now that we've opened that, I know this next one should be an indie paperback, and it sure is. We have The Origin of the Wolf by Danny Beeson. I have been meaning to pick this up for a very long time. Danny Beeson followed me on Instagram like maybe around a year ago or a little bit more, and of course, I could see that he was an author. I checked out like the synopsis of his book and stuff, and I thought, that sounds really good. I need to read that. And I hadn't yet, but the other day I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I was doing an Amazon order anyway. The price had just dropped a little for this on Amazon because it was quite expensive because it's like a UK import. But it came down to like a reasonable paperback price. So I picked it up and I'm very glad to have it now, and I'm excited to read this. I love supporting indie authors wherever I can. I have found some of my favorite reads through giving indie authors a chance. Plus, Danny is a really, really nice person. He's never ever like pressured me to read his book. I don't really know if he's even ever asked me to read it, except maybe once in the beginning. I don't even remember. But he's been great though. He has never like followed me just so that I would read his book, and then if I didn't read his book he like unfollowed me. Like, none of those games, you know. Talked to him a couple times. It seems like a really, really nice person, so I'm excited to pick his book up and read it. And now I have it in my hands, and this is a very manageable size. I like that, so hopefully this will be really good. I love finding new indie favorites. Boy, do I love a package with a story. This is from Ruined by Fiction. I like to try small businesses. I love to support small businesses, and it can go one of two ways: really good or really shit. And this is my second really shit experience. So I'm sorry, Sanjana, but I'm really not fucking sorry because you've had a million chances. The drama with Ruined by Fiction is quite extensive, and if you go on like any Reddit book page, you'll see it talked about, especially in like the FairyLoot subreddit. I pre-ordered this book, I think 450 days ago. This was supposed to arrive in September of last year. And then it got pushed back to, I think, October, and I was fine with that. And then it got pushed back to November, December. Mind you, these pushbacks were never communicated with the customers. I just happened to be regularly checking her shipping updates section on her website, which I am fine to do. Then, in approximately December, Sanjana of Ruined by Fiction completely disappears. Gone from the internet. I was sending her emails and not getting any response. I was sending her DMs because we had DM'd before, so I was sending her DMs and she wasn't getting back to me. And then all of a sudden, mind you, you can still order from her website. All of a sudden, I noticed she had put in her profile no DMs, and I was like, well, that's interesting because we've DM'd each other before, so like I know you can see my messages coming through. But okay, no DMs. So I found her like support email address and I emailed her and I said, do you have any updates? Okay, all of a sudden she comes back. Her printer broke, which was interesting because she had shown that she had already sprayed a lot of these books that people were waiting for months and months ago and showed them on her shelves, and that she had like bulk amounts. But all of a sudden her printer is broken. Okay, things happen. But you have to communicate this to your customers. You can't just disappear for actually months and not say anything. She properly came back around Easter time. She said that by Easter, all the orders were going to start shipping. Then she disappeared again for multiple months. I sent her emails again saying, I love to support small businesses. I'm not trying to be rude. She created a shipping log channel on her Instagram page, which of course I joined straight away, but then for months she didn't put any shipping updates in it. She had written on her website and on an Instagram story that she was going to be providing updates on their outstanding orders every Monday, and she didn't do that. So I sent her an email like, you know, I need an update on my order, so does everybody else. Please use your shipping log. You said you were going to do XYZ and you haven't done it. I understand you're a small business. Things happen. Your printer might have broken, but that doesn't stop you from like regularly communicating with your customers, keep them satisfied, instead of saying don't DM me and not responding to anyone's comments either on Instagram. She was always very polite to me when she emailed back to me, but she multiple times this year said things were going to start happening and they didn't start happening. Then she finally figures everything out, starts shipping. It was sprayed edge editions of Circe and Song of Achilles. So they were just the standard anniversary editions of Circe and Song of Achilles that I own, but she was setting them out with sprayed edges. I didn't order those, but those were what had been waiting the longest. So she said those had shipped, and then next up was God and the Gummy Hoe, which is what I had ordered. And then she finally gets around to shipping. I get an email from her saying, can you confirm your shipping address? And I was like, here is my shipping address. And she, I kid you not, responds, are you sure that that's your address? Because when I put it into my shipping company tool, it throws a different state and city for your postal code. And I was like, I'm pretty fucking sure I know where I live, Sanjana. Like, be for real. I've had multiple, I have packages arrive at my house basically every week. I know where I fucking live. Also, it's not the first time I've even ordered something from India, so okay. I said I'm 1000% sure that that is my address. And then I got a confirmation that the shipping label had been printed, but I didn't get a tracking number or anything like that. And then like 2 days ago, it just arrived at my door. So whenever she did ship it, it did come actually very quickly, but I didn't actually get a tracking number, so I don't know. Now we're gonna bust it open. God, I hope this is undamaged, because I can't be bothered. The story behind Ruined by Fiction. Oh, okay, thank you, Sanjana. Hi, I'm Sanjana, the founder, book hoarder, and the face behind Ruined by Fiction. Yeah. Oh, yep. Okay. In 2021, a friend and I started a new bookstagram, Ruined by Fiction. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, just when things started to grow, everything crashed. My printer gave out on me in December 2024, leading to delays. Mind you, we had already been delayed multiple months at this point, but okay. I tried to keep people updated, but a few false allegations made an already hard time even harder. I've seen people pretty lightly talk about this. No false allegations. The only false allegations I think that she's referring to is that some people think that Ruined by Fiction and Bibliophile, who has a lot of controversy about not shipping orders, are the same person. But like that has not been substantiated. People just suspected that they could be the same person because it's the same like shipping issues. I stepped back to protect my mental health, but I didn't give up. I invested every bit of savings into new equipment and rebuilt everything from scratch. Okay, she did the right thing, but you can't step back and not talk to your customers, you know? I've got a team now, a little more experience, and a whole lot of hope that the best is yet to come for Ruined by Fiction. I don't think I'll be ordering again, unfortunately. Got a coupon, $20 off your next order. Not when this book was like almost $100. Sorry, you're $20 off. It's a nice sentiment, but look, I'm more than happy to wait for pre-orders too. I've been waiting for King of Scars by LitJoy for an extremely long time, but the difference is that LitJoy provides updates every single month. They're not very good updates, but they do provide them. Okay, at least it is quite nicely wrapped, so I'm hoping she is safe. The box didn't appear damaged or anything either. Alright, here we go. The God and the Gummy Hoe by Sophie King. The edges look quite nice from here. Pretty colors. Cute design. It's maybe a little blurry, but nothing crazy. Nothing I would normally ever analyze, except for the fact that they're already in my bad books. The spray isn't totally even. You can see the white bits back here. That's not really the case on the bottom though, interestingly, but maybe it's just the way she fit it into the spray. Also, this is a little lopsided, but that's obviously because it's been handled. Yeah, other than that, it's just the standard hardback edition that I picked up about 11 million times when I was in the UK and contemplated buying, but didn't because I had this on pre-order. Yeah, the edges are nice, they're pretty. Would I pay that price again? I would need to see like a lot of evidence that the business practices have really changed, but if I saw like no complaints and only happy customers from this company for the next year, maybe I would buy from them again, but I don't know. You definitely take a leap of faith when you support small businesses, and yeah, it can go really well or it can go pretty poorly. Probably not the worst experience I've ever had though. The big book box definitely takes the fucking cake, but it is what it is. This one, I'm very excited for. Another pre-order. We want to talk about good packaging. Ooh. There's even more bubble wrap in the box. Let's take off the styrofoam. Oh my god, this is so cool. This is from LitJoy Crate, the Infernal Devices box set. Oh my god, I love this trilogy. Okay, let me try and hold this so that you can see it. I've been filming for 20 minutes and I've opened like 5 books. Okay. Ooh, I want to look at it. Oh my god, they're so pretty. God, I forgot how thick these books are. Okay. Slide them out of the slipcase. First, Clockwork Angel. Pretty hardcover. No dust jackets though, but that's okay. We have a slipcase. There's our art. Gosh, that's beautiful. Oh, my babies. Oh gosh. Stunning. And this, I believe, I don't know if it's all the books or just the first one, but they are annotated by Cassie Clare. This is also signed, I think digitally, I'm going to assume digitally. And then I believe there's more art in here as well, but I'll have to flick through and find it. That's something I really like about the LitJoy editions, is the annotated ones they often do in the pre-order. Even if it's just the first book, I think it's such like a special touch, and I appreciate the authors taking the time to do it. More art. That one's very beautiful. I love the colors. This is beautiful too. Gosh, I need to do a reread. It's been so long. And then there are our edges. It even has the book numbering on it. Sorry. Ooh, this one. She is hefty. Book 2. Book 2. Clockwork prints. Spine. Back. Edge in paper. Signed. Not annotate. Oh, hold on. Did I just see annotations? Yes, this book 2 is also annotated. Oh my goodness. Hooray. That is so special. Normally it is just the first book, but to be, I assume all 3 is gorgeous. This is stunning. I really, really like this piece of art. And then again, I think we have one more. And yes, this is annotated not as heavily as the first from what I can tell. Oh, my babies. My precious, precious little lambs. Back end papers. Finally, Clockwork Princess. My girl Tessa. Oh, so sweet. Yep, annotated. Signed. This one, it seems to be fairly heavily annotated. Oh no. Gem and Will. Why couldn't they all just be together? It's just absolutely unacceptable. This is gorgeous. Oh. These end papers are gonna make me cry. Don't cry. Oh god. Oh god. People, you're gonna think I'm ridiculous. Sorry. Should I display these edge out or spine out? I think I like the looks of the spines, honestly. And the box has a lot of character. There she is. Isn't it so cool? Very, very happy with those. LitJoy always has really good quality. They can take a while depending on the pre-order. Infernal Devices was a lot quicker turnaround than King of Scars was, but I think the problem with like King of Scars and the other ones I got were Shadow and Bone is that they do these insane slipcases, and I think because they set the standard of having these insane slipcases with Six of Crows and with Shadow and Bone, now they feel like they have to do it for King of Scars, and it's over and over again. It's the slipcases that push their timelines back, but that's a more simple slipcase, which is all you need to do, you know. That is still stunning, beautiful, and really includes, like, pays a lot of homage to the series, so that's great. Okay, anyway, we are gonna be here forever if I don't hurry my ass up. Let's do these two. These are stunning. These are from Book Addiction Australia. We have Dark Rise and Dark Air by C.S. Packet. The customizations on these, the artwork is gorgeous. I love the edges. The hardcovers, the dust jackets are very robust. And the end paper art in these are stunning. There's that one. Signed. I'm pretty sure these are hand signed. The end paper art in these, like, every time I see it, I can't get over it. Beautiful. And book 2, Dark Air. These are very, very heavy. They're a very high quality design. They do a fantastic job. I don't know who their suppliers are, but they're doing an awesome, awesome job. These end papers on these go nuts. Stunning. It just includes so many wonderful things, and I know they work really closely with the author to make sure everything is like as Kat pictured them, which I think is very valuable and I very much appreciate. Bookish Spice has a new contemporary romance box. It's a bi-monthly, but you get 2 books in it. So they do series, mostly Australian and New Zealand authors, and they have licensing rights on these books. 2 books from Prickle Island Zoo by Ali Mulford. She also publishes under AK Mulford for her fantasy works, but this is her contemporary. Gosh, sorry, the dust jacket's sliding off just a little bit, but this is book 1. She's a keeper. It's got primates hidden in the leaves there. Reverse dust jacket in that more cutesy art contemporary romance style. Naked hardcover, which is glossy, which is a bit different to their normal style. End paper art, and they're digitally signed. Book 2, Easy Tiger. And we got tigers hidden in the leaves there, and lions. Reverse dust jacket, again matching cover, but this time with our lion. End paper art, and these also came with matching character art bookmarks as well, so they are super cute. Another Bookish Spice, this was the most recent dark romance box, and it is Cirque Obscurum by K.A. Knight and Kendra Moreno. I love the customizations on this. They did a fantastic job. It's so cool. A friend of mine is reading this right now, and she says it's really good so far, so I hope I'll like it too. Reverse dust jacket, naked hardback, end paper art, digital signatures, more beautiful end paper art. I love the character design on this one. It really stood out to me. Next up, this one, not so much the book, but just to show you the dust jacket. This is my Australian and New Zealand Onyx Storm, but my Bluely Boo my Bluely Boo dust jacket pre-order finally came in. Say that 10 times. And here is what she looks like. I think it's stunning. Matches in with the rest of the series. I'll always order her dust jackets for this series. It's like, I love them. This is one of the more recent Illumicrate picks for their fantasy box, but they had like extra stock sale, so I jumped on it because as soon as I saw this, I wanted it. And it is The Irresistible Urge to Fall for Your Enemy by Bridget Knightley. And what is really cool about this edition, okay, edges are really pretty, but that's not what I'm going to highlight. It is the fact that the dust jacket is clear, and it's so cool. Look at this. So we've got that, and then underneath is like the power the inside. Ugh, stunning. I really, really like this one. It's just so unique, and I've not seen anything really like it before, and I just love the general vibe of it. When I first started seeing this pop up on TikTok, there's the end paper. Is it signed? We do have a little signature and rear end paper art. This is of course one of the books from the uprising of Dramini fanfic becoming traditionally published. I have heard mixed things about this book overall. I'm hoping I'm going to really enjoy it, but regardless, this is just such a unique special edition, and I'm definitely glad that I managed to get a copy because I just love the way it looks. The clear is just so special. We have 2 from Broken Binding. In my last haul, I showed you the first book in the first trilogy I received from them, which was Magician by Raymond Feist. And now I have book 2, Silverthorn, and book 3, Darkness at Sethanon. So I'll give you a rundown of what they look like. Now that I'm holding these, I also just remember that I still need to put in my pre-order for the next 3 Malazan books, but just what we want to do, spend more money. The bunny! Oh my god, it's so cute! I'm trying to do a good thing and show you a bunny rabbit, and it jumps away. Okay, back to what we were doing. This is the naked hardcover. Love the edges. They all like line up and form a nice design. End paper art. Love this. Then book 3, Darkness Sethanon. Edges. I really like this one because it's got dragons, and you know me, I'm a dragon girly pop. Okay, well, that is the naked hardback, which I really, really like. Front end papers. Rear end papers. The Broken Binding, they're a sub. Like, if you can get off the wait list, it's worth it. They are extremely high quality, really good picks, and even if you end up, say, maybe not liking a design when it comes in, or not liking the actual book and you don't want to keep it on your shelves, the resale value is extremely high. I haven't ever resold anything yet, but it is like sort of a comfort to know that you'll at least make your money back with those books, so it's great. Then here we have, I got this from Amazon, but this is the French special edition of The Sword of Kaigen by M.L. Wang. I loved this book when I read it earlier this year, so I wanted to make sure I could get my hands on a special edition, and when the French one popped up, I put aside my grievances with the French and I decided to pick it up. Obviously, just so we're clear, that's a joke. I have nothing against the French. Map on end paper art. And then this is a beautiful character art on the rear end papers. I think this design really captures like that obviously heavy East Asian influence within the book. It's beautiful. And dragon. More dragons! We have the Page and Wick edition of When the Moon Hatched. I keep getting emails from them about this saying that there's been some sort of printer error people have noticed, but I have not seen a print error on my copy, so maybe I got lucky. Don't know what the go is about that, but let's just take it as it is. This is the beautiful naked hardback. I love the entire aesthetics of this edition, and I love this book. Look, I know it's not for everyone. Don't kick off in the comments about how you don't like When the Moon Hatched, okay? Not interested. No, you can have your opinion, but I love this bloody book. Hand signed by Sarah Parker. Thank you, Sarah. Everyone say thank you, Sarah. And then I just absolutely adore this end paper artwork. Oh, my babies. She's gorgeous. The fun doesn't stop there, team. We have another copy of When the Moon Hatched. Ah! This one is from the publisher. It's the Publisher Deluxe edition of When the Moon Hatched with these beautiful edges that I absolutely love. And I like this dust jacket very, very much. It's got sort of like a papery feel to it. Really like this art. This is by the artist who does all like the header designs in the original edition. Very pretty naked hardback too. It's plain on the back, but this is what it looks like on the front. But I really like the color. I think it's beautiful. No reverse design on the dust jacket or anything like that. Not that I'd really expect that from a publisher. edition, and then the front and rear end papers are just the map of the world, like, which is I think the same in my other just standard UK hardback editions. So I don't know if you can tell, but I quite like that book. This is The Fallen and the Kiss of Dusk by Carissa Broadbent. It's the standard UK edition, but with the sprayed edges by, of course, perfectly edged to match the rest of my collection. This is what they look like. They're so beautiful and work in really well with the design of the dust jacket, but I just don't have the dust jacket on right now because I've just started reading this book. I've got one of the books taken out at the moment because this is on like my TBR this month, but I have the new box set of Gold Rush Ranch by Elsie Silver. I believe this is exclusive to UK, like Australia and New Zealand. So that's what the box set looks like. And then I'll just show you what the front runner looks like because they're all sort of in the line of the design of this one. So this is what they look like, but otherwise they're just standard paperbacks. We just got new cover designs that I really like. Very much enjoying this series so far. I've read the first 3, so I only have a false start to go, so looking forward to that for sure. Then I had a bunch of thrift finds. You'll be very pleased to see. I'll bump through these quickly. All of these are Sword of Truth books. We have Chainfire in the mass market, Confessor in mass market, and then we have trade paperbacks of Temple, Faith, Stone of Tears, and then we also have a trade paperback but in a royal size. Blood of the Fold. Never seen this cover before, so this was a really cool find. And then never in my life have I seen hardcover editions of these books, except at my local thrift store, where we have in royal size, in the royal format, in hardback, Faith of the Fallen, which was a great book, and Soul of the Fire also. So definitely going to be going back to my local in case whoever owned all these Terry Goodkind books donate any more. But yeah, I got all of these for like 40 bucks, so certainly cannot complain about that. These 6 are all by Sarah Douglas, and I got them all on eBay. So we have the Axis trilogy by Sarah Douglas. We have Battle Axe. These are all mass markets, and I love the covers on the mass market of these series. Enchanter, Starman. I haven't read any of these yet, but I've heard really good things. And then I also got the Wayfarer Redemption. So we have Book 1, Sinner, Book 2, Pilgrim, and Book 3, Crusader. If you've read these, let me know what you think, because everything I've heard so far has been good, but I don't know many people who have read them, honestly. My auntie, my uncle, and then one of my book friends on Insta and TikTok. So yeah, let me know if you've read those. And I picked up from Big W Arcana Academy by Elise Kova. Heard very good things about this. I've read some of Elise Kova's other works and really enjoyed them, so hopefully I will like Arcana Academy as well. It seems to be relatively hyped, so I think it's going to be good. She's a thick boy though. She's a big one. These next 4 are beautiful, and they are from Bookish Spice. And it is The Legends of Vesmar by Helen Schroyer. I'm just going to start off though by showing you these overlays. I haven't put them in the books yet. I might do that right after this, but I'll just quickly show you some of the overlay art. We do have a little bit of glare, and they are like quite faded. They won't be when they're on the book, but because they're all stacked up like that, they're a little bit faded looking. Love this one. It's beautiful. Signed. Gorgeous. I have not read this series. I'm putting all my faith in the hype I've heard about it. We have Book 1, Blood and Steel. Reverse. I do really like the designs on the reverse. Naked hardback. And then the hardback design matches the edge. But the edges are quite simple, all things said and done. And paper art. And paper art that's a little bit risque. Book 2, Vows and Ruins. Reverse, beautiful artwork. Naked hardback. End paper. The artist who worked on these is super talented. End paper. Book 3, Fate and Furies. Reverse. Really like the reverse on this one. These are one of the few sets of special edition books that I definitely want to display spine out. I just love the look of them spine out. Beautiful. Shadow and Storms, which is the final book. Gorgeous. I really like the color choices for this series. This is really, really cool. Love this. And then another bit of a little spicy one in the back here. Bookish and Spice, like, I've literally never seen them flop on an edition. They do a beautiful job. Great example of like a small Aussie business absolutely killing it. Love, love, love them. And very excited to read those books too. Got a FairyLoot. I think this is the July book, and it is Dance of Lies by Brittany Arena. I've heard awesome things about this book. I just haven't picked it up yet, but the edition itself is an absolute stunner. I really love the reverse dust jacket. If this side didn't work in so well with the edges, I would definitely display it this way because this is gorgeous. Naked hardback, really beautiful. End paper, end paper. It does have this weird fault, and I'm not the only one where the gold foiling like just randomly stops here when it definitely should be out here. But to me, it's not anything worth like writing them and complaining about. Like other people, if you notice you've got that defect, go for your life. But for me, I'm just a little bit of gold foiling on the back end papers being a bit out of alignment. An inch out of alignment is not going to kill me, okay? But yeah, heard amazing things about this book. I'm so sorry the sun has basically fully set while I've been filming this. I'm really, really sorry about the lighting. I hate even touching this book because my gripe with this book is the texture of the dust jacket. It makes me want to gag. But what I've heard is a great book, A Forbidden Alchemy by Stacey McEwen. This is from Crate, the Quarterly Romantasy. Or Quarterly Romantasy? I think that's what it is. And this was my first box I got from them. I thought this was nice, but I want to like try one or two more of their boxes. And if I am not blown away, I think I'll just cancel because it is a little bit expensive. My main gripe with this though is just the texture of the dust jacket. I hate it. The texture of this side is fine. I like the reverse, but there's something so not nice, sticky almost about the texture on that. And then this is the naked hardback, which is very pretty, but I think it should have been purple to match in with the rest of the design. And I do wish we had just a little bit more vibrancy in the sprayed edge, but I like the end paperwork. We've got signed in a letter from the author, and this beautiful art in the back that I really, really love. So for a first pick, I think the book pick itself is good. I'm not that blown away by the designs, but I'm going to give them another couple of chances and see how it goes. And if I cancel, then I cancel. This is another one from Perfectly Edged. We've got the UK Deluxe hardback of Belladonna with the sprayed edges by Perfectly Edged. This is really beautiful. I've not read this book yet, but it is on my TBR for this month. This was recommended to me by Ellie Katarina here on YouTube, so make sure you go and check her out. I'll try and remember to link her profile in the description below. I love her channel, and she recommended that I read this book for my annual TBR, so I went ahead and I got the edition from Perfectly Edged. I love the edges. It's very like simple design, but it works in very well with the dust jacket, I think. Another FairyLoot. I think this was the June book. Yeah, I think Dance of Lies was July, and I think this was June. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. This is another one that's on my TBR for this month. It's absolutely stunning. Heard very, very good things about this book, so I'm looking forward to that. I don't like the reverse dust jacket. It's just, as usual, like a recolor of the trade, but it doesn't blow me away. The naked hardback, though, is stunning. There are so many stunning editions of this book. But yeah, I love, love, love this one. I'm really glad it was a pick in the FairyLoot adult. Gorgeous. I hope this one lives up to the hype for me. I've not actually read V.E. Schwab before, but, you know, she's got a lot of really popular books for a reason. So I'm sure this will be good. I certainly hope so. This one I got from Amazon, but I know you can also get it at Big W, and it is The Last Dragon King by Leah Stone. This is like her deluxe edition. She's got the pretty like blue sprayed edges. It is shimmery, but you can't really tell because the sun has given up on me. Just quite a plain naked hardback. And then it does have some art that I think might be AI generated, or at least AI assisted. But I'm going to pretend it's not. Tee-hee. This book, again, I haven't read yet, but I really like the premise of this one. She's like, you know, not supposed to have any powers, and the shifter dragon king needs a wife, and, you know, she shouldn't be considered because she doesn't have magic, but oh no, there's a big family secret. So I think this is probably not going to be too serious, but definitely something that I will enjoy, like, as a bit of a palette cleanser series. So if I like this one, I'll definitely get the rest of the books. Guys, we're almost done, and we've got 2 bangers to finish it off. Rebecca Roanhorse's Black Sun, and this is the beautiful edition from the Broken Binding, and this is the series, the trilogy that we'll be doing over the next 2 months also. Those are the edges. I really love this. I can't speak English anymore. I really love this dust jacket. I think it's gorgeous. We don't have reverse designs on the Broken Bindings dust jackets. That's the only thing I guess they could add to their editions, but they're so stunning. They honestly don't need to bother. And then this is the naked hardback, which I think is gorgeous. I'm going to assume there's some sort of Egyptian influence in this story. Really, really gorgeous end paper artwork as always. I don't think I've seen any teasers for the next 2 books. I'd have to double check their Instagram page, but yeah, I'm looking forward to them. I want to see what sort of design they execute across the 3 sprayed edges. Whether they'll link up or if they'll just be like consistent or not, I don't know. So looking forward to seeing that. And finally, I think this is a lot of people's most anticipated read of the year, and it is Catabasis by R.F. Kuang, or Catabasis, depending who you ask, I guess, among the classicists. But look at those edges. Even if I don't end up liking this book, it's just so beautiful that, you know, who cares, right? I'm not the biggest fan of Kuang as a writer. I have a lot of appreciation for who she is and what she does, but the Poppy War just really wasn't for me, and I do feel like at times she spoon feeds her readers, and I know she's not writing for an academic audience, but that doesn't mean like your readers are stupid, you know. You don't have to handle them with kid gloves. I do think that's something she can suffer from. I also think her biggest fault with writing is she is a bit of a victim of tell don't show. So I hope with Catabasis this is really not the case, and that I will love this book, because I would love to love this book. It's everything I would really be into, you know, like, come on. Dante's Inferno, come on. You're talking to the right girl for the premise of this story, but I'm going to go in with a little bit of apprehension, but no judgment. I'm going to try not to bring any of my prejudices from other works into my opinions of this. I think it's going to be really good. I do think this is going to be strong, and I think I'm going to enjoy it, and I really hope I do. But regardless, the FairyLoot edition, stunning. She's gorgeous. When she arrived, I was very, very satisfied, I will say that. So, those are the 50 books I have acquired since my last haul that I have done with you guys. So, it took so long that we no longer have the sun. But regardless, I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment below letting me know which of these books you liked the most, or that you thought were like the prettiest or most interesting. So make sure you do that, and I will see you guys next time, hopefully with a brighter sky. Bye.